Kick-ass women, yeah! God, I love that intro.
Me too. Love that intro. So thank you, boss.
Women kicking ass, taking names, and stealing lollipops. Man.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a way to start the day.
Hell yeah.
What a way to start the day with kick-ass women blowing shit up, beating people's asses, and then a stream about demons and devils and Diablos.
Damn straight.
Oh my.
Great show this morning, by the way. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Fuck Plant Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I said the F-bomb 2 minutes in. I'm sorry. I F-bombed 2 minutes into your stream.
It's okay. Once we get past the opening credits, it seems to be fine. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Let's see who's in before we jump into Diablo. We've got Darth Master, Colin P. Smith, who was technically first. Well done, Colin. We have got Kronos, who will never, ever, ever be banned. Sorry, Kronos.
Sorry.
Celerofe, good morning. Good to see you. Who else have we got? Let me scroll down. I know for a fact it's going to jump on me because it always does. You get that when you're scrolling through the chat.
Yes.
Polynese Minion, hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. Mark the Infinitely Tired, welcome, love. Good to see you. Pat S, the Jester of Sin, good afternoon. Project Storytime, good to see you. Lady Mist, welcome back. We missed you. And make sure I'm not missing anyone. Psycho Dwarf, hey, good to see you.
Jedi Bill 797.
Geek Inside, Hass, and who else did I miss? Chris Berger, him 63, and Naughty Monkey Olaf.
The wrench of wrenches, Chris Berger.
Indeed, the wrench of wrenches, the master wrench, the wrench of the north.
Oh shit!
Oh, thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you to Loki. Sadly, Sammy is busy today. She's got jury duty, bless her. But Loki kindly said he'd step in and help today, so thank you.
Oh, Psychic Dwarf 9. I'm sure we can port in the Tesla cannon. Sure, we can do that. I'm sure we can find a way. Like Ian Malcolm says, it finds a way. Or as Diablo says, when they're coming up with loading screens and they're talking about the necromancer, death finds a way.
Indeed. So was the first Diablo your first delve into this world?
Yes, 1998, PlayStation, not PC. I had games on computer then. I had games before that. I'd played everything from Blade Runner to Doom, all kinds of stuff on the PC, but I had no idea about Diablo. And a friend of mine said, you've got to get this game on PlayStation called Diablo. And I was like, okay, holy shit, I'll check it out. And I got it and I played it. I played the hell out of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I played the hell out of that game. It was just like, I mean, damn. And it wasn't, 2 years later that we got Diablo 2.
Yes. And then nothing for what, 12 years?
Oh God, yeah. It was nuts. Everybody kept talking about it. There were games that came out that were supposed to be like, oh, this is made by this guy that worked at Blizzard. I don't know how many of those we got. This guy that used to work at Blizzard has come out with the game that is the actual third game in the Diablo franchise. And you're like, really? But it's not called Diablo.
No, it's not
Diablo.
Do you remember Death Trap Dungeon?
Yes. Yes.
That was kind of along the same lines. That and Baldur's Gate, which I also loved. But Diablo, there was just something about that game. I don't know whether it was because it felt more resolved or because of the gameplay mechanics or just because it was so in depth with the lore. It just kind of sucked you in.
Yeah. Yeah. And the soundtrack. Oh my God. The soundtrack for 2 Yes, absolutely. And hail, Echo Base.
Hey guys, welcome. Good to see you. And happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick. We threw Valhalla threw Nick a super chat out last night. Told him to get a beer. But happy birthday, brother. Again, we love you.
Oh, Mark's currently playing Baldur's Gate. Nice.
Nice. Hell yeah. There was a Baldur's Gate clone of Diablo that came out on the Xbox and on the PlayStation. I believe it was the PS2 and the original Xbox. I actually have both of those games, Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And they were very much Diablo hack and slash ripoffs. But cool, really cool games. I like them.
Enjoyable games, definitely. And Death in Death Trap Dungeon was a great read. Yeah, it was. So I know Blizzard get a lot of stick for their games, and rightly so now. But back in the day when um, Diablo first came out, they didn't have this kind of reputation about them. And I think,
No, no, they were um they had this they couldn't do wrong.
mhm,
They had Warcraft, which was not World of Warcraft then, mind you.
no,
It was just a strategy game, and it was a strategy game I really liked. It was a strategy game I really really liked, but no, they did not have this reputation at all.
Psycho Dwarf 9 with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sweetheart. He says, Loki, you've got to build a new desk for my new gaming PC. Then the pain of moving my two favorite games over, Elite and Fallout 4.
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah, dude. Yeah, if you can get the VR for Elite, man, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like leaning back in your gaming chair as you're doing a 360, and like looking up at your target through the canopy, through the top of the canopy, not the front of the canopy, but the top of the canopy, keeping track and eye contact on it as you swirl around and like do a barrel roll into a turn and come out just guns blazing. There's nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it.
Nice. I've never tried a VR game, but they do look like they're a lot of fun.
Some of them don't work. The Doom game, I was very disappointed with the Doom game. I liked Super Hot. There's a couple games that are really cool, but Elite Dangerous is the real treat. Alien Isolation's a good one, but it wasn't. You've got to modify the game to get it to work. But Elite Dangerous, oh man, looking around your hangar at your ship and seeing everything in 3D, like you could just reach out and touch it, absolutely wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, Pat S. Don't get penisy, kid. Yeah.
It's okay, you can say it. I've got to admit, I didn't play the first Diablo as much as I probably should have done because I was very new to gaming back then. And I think I had it on the PlayStation as well. But Diablo 2, however, played the hell
Oh,
out of that.
man, you know what? I remember updating and I remember online, and it was like one of the very first games. I was like, no, I'm going to go online and I'm going to tear people a new one and we're going to go on dungeon raids together, and absolutely crazy.
Crimson Mist said he tried the VR games for the PS4 and it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it, but
Okay, take the PS4 VR
mhm.
and like times that by 10, and that's what you get with a whole with the God, what is it? It's not the Ocular, it's the other one. Anyway, I've got the other one. I don't have the Ocular. I have the other one. And the other
Oh,
one, man, it's like night and day. Yeah, doing the PS4 one is cool, but when you put on the other one, you're just like, damn. It's night and day. It's like playing a game at night with no lights on compared to playing it in the daytime. It's a totally different experience.
And Psychodrop City's got 57 weeks of flight time. Holy hell.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I have been I can honestly say I've been from one side of that galaxy to the other. So I have been from one side of that galaxy to the other. And that's I mean that took months. That's not like just like, oh, I'm gonna go for a flight. No, that took months. It took months to get to because I mean I literally went all the way to the end of the galaxy and then all the way back and to the other side and back. So it's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And Celerofe says, LAN parties for Diablo 2. So many lost hours of awesome.
Yes. Yes. God, yes.
Trying to connect with dial-up. Oh my god. So, what character was your favorite? Did you have one that you always gravitated towards, or did you just kind of cycle through all of them?
The Necromancer. And once the
Nice.
Necromancer was, once the expansion came out, once Lord of Destruction came out, it was the
Hmm.
Druid. It
I
was
like the
the
druid. Yeah.
shapeshifter. I just had to be a werewolf. I mean, in my own head canon, I'm like, the werewolf from Altered Beast. Oh, and yeah, so it was like,
An
holy
altered
shit.
beast. Rise from your grave.
Yes, rise from your grave.
That takes me back. I think I had that on the Mega Drive. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Genesis here. Yeah, you
Yes.
guys had the Mega Drive and we had the Genesis.
Never did figure out the reason for the name change.
Probably had something to do with God.
Yeah, probably.
The Bible. Well, you can't name a game system after something in the Bible. No.
We've got Sorceress, we've got the Amazon,
Amazon was a badass chick.
Broken Entertainment went for the Paladin. Nice. And Hasta, Necromancer, and Druid are my favourites.
No.
Gotta admit, I do like them. And once we got, well, it's just been, well, a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it, announced that it's being remastered. So we're getting Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Yes, we are getting Diablo 2 Resurrected, and there may be a demigod out there on YouTube that has access to the flights. If you do
Interesting.
not know what a flight is like a test run. So you basically get sent downloads, and you download this test run. It's like pre-alpha.
Hmm.
So it's just like, oh, well, you've got a part of the game running on the engine. And they're like, spend 2 hours running around this part of the map, killing everything. Okay. It's not like story or cutscenes or
Hmm.
anything. You just get to run around part of the map, killing or doing a quest or something. And you'll do this over and over and over again until your little timer runs out. And then, boom, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're done.
That is cool.
That's what a flight is. I'm not saying that's what is possibly I'm doing. I'm just explaining what a flight is.
That's what a flight is, exactly. I'm really looking forward to it, I've got to admit. I've seen obviously some of the gameplay footage from what people have seen. I've seen people kind of talk about it, and they've kept the game the same. All they've done is update the graphics. So it's an overlay over the original game, and you can even toggle off this new basic veneer of 3D graphics and go back to the pixel graphics.
Yep.
That is incredible.
Yes. The Halo did something very, very similar. Halo, there you could press the select button in the Master Chief Anniversary Collection. You could hit the select button, and go from the, you know, updated badass graphics back to what it looked like when you originally played it. That was for Halo 1 and Halo
Hmm.
2. Um, you got basically updated graphics. The other games, Halo 3 and 4, had updated resolutions. So the resolution was better. But Halo 1 and 2 had like you said, like an overlay over the top of it where everything looked a lot fucking better than it did originally.
Hmm. Having kind of delved into it a little bit more and to see what they've actually done with the game, I feel a lot more hopeful about it now. Because the last game, obviously, that they redid was one of the World of Warcraft games, and it just fucking wrecked it. Because not only did they, was it not popular, they deleted the previous version of the game,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
I've got World of Warcraft or I've got Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2, the the remasters on GOG, and they just don't play like they used to.
Hmm.
There's shit missing, and then you know they've got 3 that's out that's got shit deleted, and you're just like, nah, no. Oh, and it's supposed to look like this. Oh, wow. Really? Blizzard came out with a commercial that said, oh, the game's going to look like this. And then it doesn't look like that. Oh, really? Really? They did that?
Who'd have thought it, right? So fingers crossed. I know it's a different development team, but they've learned from the past mistakes. Because I know how a bigger franchise Diablo is, like we said before, because there's such a long time between Diablo games, they have to keep the fan base, you know, happy, and they
Well,
have
there
to keep them
wasn't.
playing.
There wasn't originally. I mean, shit, there wasn't originally. You had like 2 years between, or 3 years if you take the PC version. I never saw the original game on PC. I never saw that on disc ever. I don't know if I just missed it or I wasn't looking or what, but I never saw it in 97. I heard about it on PlayStation, so that's how I got it. Like I said, so it was 2 years between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. That is not that long. That is not that long between games. Then you got 12 years between 2 and 3. Yeah, don't you people have phones? Oh, I just want to slap people at Blizzard sometimes. I'm like, you have let WoW completely go to your heads, you dipshits.
Mhm.
They have. They have.
They did, yeah.
Problem with Blizzard today is WoW. Everything to do with Warcraft has just melted their brains from the way they handled Diablo 3. And you got to understand something. I love Diablo 3 now. When
Hmm.
Diablo 3 came out, I hated it. I was like, this is the dumbest, stupidest shit. This is the shittiest way to have a game. But with all the extras now and the seasons and the activities and all the free shit we've got,
Hmm.
I love it now. I love playing the seasons. I love jumping in and playing through the seasons and building a character. And that's like my bread and butter in an RPG is building my character. So building up, getting the stats the way I want them, using the skills I want, getting the gear I want. That's all bread and butter for me. So I love the way 3 is now. I
Hmm.
hated it when it came out.
So you love a game that you can kind of get your teeth into and really kind of invest time and
Yes.
care into your character. That's cool. I was kind of the same about 3. I didn't kind of rush out to buy it when it came out because I was a little bit burned out with it, but I was still playing Diablo 2 at the same time and enjoying that. Um, it was only probably when more people started playing and they said, well, you know, we can run rifts, you know, we can do the seasons, like you say. That's when it started getting fun. Um, and then they added, obviously, the Necromancer, which was pretty cool.
Broken, I would get resurrected over 3. I would get resurrected before I would get 3.
Hmm.
There are going to be millions of people come back to play 2. Trust me. It's going to be a hot mess for a long time. You can guarantee it.
And big thank you to Mr. Tickle Trunk with a $5 Canadian. Thank you, sweetheart. He says Blizzard went the way of Biosoft, Ubisoft, etc. The rock gets through corporate. You never go full corporate, not to mention hate HR department's killing story.
Yes. Yes. They did. They went full BioWare and Ubisoft. They let it go to their head. When you're like, oh well, we've got that old magic. How can we ever? I've heard so many people talk about that BioWare's old magic. BioWare gave all their shit to their B team for Mass Effect Andromeda, and they still had a B team working on the Bob Dylan of video games or some shit. I can't even remember the name of that online game that nobody fucking wants to play. So it was like what 8 years completely wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's just I would have shuttered BioWare if I was EA. I would have shuttered BioWare completely, shut the doors on them, fire everybody, and then regroup for a Mass Effect Reborn.
Mm-hmm. God, that Mass Effect game. It was terrible. I've never seen a game like it. To be released in the state that it was, they deserved all of the criticism that they got for it.
Oh, if you don't have Diablo 3 and the expansion, and you want to get that pack, I would get the pack because you're getting that for like $40, I think. You're getting Diablo 2 Resurrected when it comes out, and you're getting Diablo 3 in the expansion now. I would get that.
Mm-hmm. Get the pack, yeah.
Yeah, get the pack. Even if it's $60, I'd get the pack. If you don't have it, get the pack.
And big thank you to Mr. Tickle Trunk as well for the super sticker. It's the Chibi with the hearts. Thank you, honey.
Oh,
That's so cute. I love that one. Would you recommend this is a good time for people to start jumping into the Diablo games? Because obviously we've got Resurrected coming, 4's been announced now, and they're slowly kind of drip feeding people information about that.
I don't know. I don't know about 4. I love that cinematic that they did. I really do. But someone mentioned something, and I think it's important. If you look at the faces of Diablo, and you look at the way they were packaged and sold. Look at Diablo 1 and look at the face on the cover. Look at Diablo 2.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Diablo 3, and then look at Diablo 4. One of those faces does not look like the other faces.
Yes. Yes. What I used for the thumbnail today. Yeah, one of these isn't the same as the others.
Yeah, and like Broken said, I'm nervous about 4. So am I.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people were nervous enough about 3.
No, and 3 deviated a hell of a lot from 2. Even the character design, Diablo himself looks very, very different to how he used to look, and I do not like his character design in 3. I know story-wise why he looks the way he does, but I really don't like it. But the core gameplay of the game I do enjoy.
And of course, you've got Deckard Cain back,
Yes.
Hello, hero. I am Deckard Cain. Oh no, I sound like Peter Whalen. Diablo, the 4 prime evils. Deckard Cain's just the shit. And anytime you get Deckard Cain, it's like, oh my god, yes.
Yes, I do love Deckard. Leah, I could have done without.
Leah, and you know what? I just, it's like, really? You didn't? Nobody caught that? Nobody caught that she's the daughter of the Wanderer? Really? It's like, okay, yeah, I knew that as soon as I was like, wait. Deckard's granddaughter? Deckard didn't have children. So where the hell does she come from all of a sudden? Oh, wait, the child that was born, the child that was born and cursed. Oh, yeah, that's Diablo's kid.
Broken entertainment. Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
But that's always been one of the strong points of the game. So the voice acting, not
Yes.
just the gameplay, the way the levels are built. They've always had a really strong story and narrative.
And no, Crimson Mist. I like Spotted Dick. Purple Valkyrie. Where is my Spotted Dick? Yes.
Oh,
Peter, fuck out of here. My God.
Peter always yelling for Spotted Dick. Oh dear. I think he has a
God.
problem.
I think he has one too. Yeah, I agree. I think he has one too.
Colin B. Smith, what, a woman villain? Never. Women can't be bad or do anything wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just wait. Whatever this evil is, that's it's gonna like get bitch slapped by Diablo and then help you take Diablo down or some horse shit like that. It's gonna be so stupid.
We had some great female villains in 3, though. I mean, I really liked them.
Yes, absolutely.
Bagter was pretty damn cool.
No, all of them, all of them. Let's give me just a second. Let me pull up an enemy list. Who do you got doing?
And while you do that, let me just say huge thank you to Just of Sin for a £5 super sticker. Let me just check. Oh, and it's the Shiba saying bravo. Thank you, sweetheart.
Well, you got Leah, Adria, Tyrion's always cool. Deckard
Material.
Kane, Imperious, Squirt the Peddler. If you come near me, I'll hurt you. Marius. God, Marius.
I really like the blacksmith Adrig. He was cool. But I'm biased because it's Simon Templeman.
You know what I'm wondering? I'm really gonna be pissed if they change this. If you're watching the opening for Diablo 2, if you're in the tavern and anyone but a midget comes up to you and says, "Do you want something?" I'm gonna be pissed. I am gonna be fucking pissed because I like. Do you want something? He's like holding a pipe. Do you want something? Yeah, I danced with glee when you found Wirt's dead body and when you find his leg. Damn.
Forgot about that. Sean Connery versus Applesauce. Thank you, sweetheart. Diablo 2 was perfection. You can't improve on that. I see no reason why I should buy a game that's going to be inferior to the original in every way. I thought that at first when it was first announced, but I feel a little bit better about it now that I've seen how they've gone about it. So it is literally just a graphics overlay over the top of the original game.
Yeah, they're going to take out some bugs too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Terry Rose, no shit. No shit. Well, you tell Vic anytime. You tell Vic anytime. Screw Plant Boy.
Yeah, screw Plant Boy. That was so funny today. Oh my god. The soy is strong.
Yes. Yeah, Diablo 2 Resurrected isn't going to be a remake. It's just a remaster. They're going to, yes, they will patch out some bugs that were in Diablo 2, but that's going to be it. They're not going to screw with the gameplay. They are going to make all new cutscenes. So that's what I was talking about earlier. If they have anything but a midget come up and say, "Do you want something?" I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, "Nope, no midget, no money.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done. No midget at the beginning, no money."
Screw you, Blizzard.
I love that little guy. Seeing that little guy come over to what's his name? Marius, and he's got the wait staff tape thing in his hand, the tray with the pipe on it. Do you want something? got to be in there. It's got to be there. I'm gonna be pissed.
DJB2. They better fix the bug so they've had 20 years to work on it. I never found it too buggy for me. I'm not sure what it was like on PC. I mean, on console, it had a few issues, I guess, but I'm not sure what.
Are you talking about 3?
2?
Oh, I never played 2 on a console.
Oh,
I didn't even know it was on console.
I think it was. Hold on, let me check.
I didn't even know that was on console.
Am I imagining things? No, it wasn't. No, it was Windows. Maybe I played it on Windows. Because I know I don't have a Mac. Holy shit.
I didn't even know it was on Mac.
Embrace the books. Oh my god. But yeah, having seen it now, I feel a little bit better about what they've got planned. Like you say, if it's just a kind of overhaul of a game that we've all enjoyed, that's fine. It's when they completely wipe the slate and remake it from the ground up and thinking, if they can make it better than it used to be.
I like Hellfire. I'm not a purist when it comes to Diablo 1, so I'm completely fine with Hellfire. The fact that you've got the monk and you can cheat in the barbarian and the bard, I'm all for more characters. So,
Yeah, I'm not very good at PC games either, I've got to admit.
yeah, Microsoft bought Bethesda.
You kind of knew that was coming.
Oh, Bethesda fucked up. Bethesda has made some epic mistakes. So.
Yes, Bethesda's going to be another one that will run themselves into the ground.
Yep. Now they've got Microsoft owning them. So.
Oh my gosh. So you're not too excited about 4 coming out?
I'm keeping my guard up. You know what? I can get behind a remaster, and as long as it's not a remake of 2, I can totally get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
A remaster, making it look better, same gameplay, which is what they've said. Same gameplay, remastered graphics, bug fixes that never got finished. I can totally get on board with that. A 4, if it brings back the style of 2, that's great. It needs to have a good story. 2 had a wonderful kick-ass story.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't just end in the 4th act. You got that 5th act in Lord of Destruction, and that was wonderful. You got the scene with Bale and Marius at the end, where he's like, I never said I was Tyrael, bitch. I never said I was Tyrael. You said I was Tyrael when I went, Tyrael. You said I was Tyrael. I never said I was Tyrael. So it's one of those kick-ass games. And then you've got 3. And like I said, when 3 came out, I was disgusted. I didn't want to play it. They had that store. Oh, if you want a good legendary item, you've got to pay for it. What?
Yes.
So just getting a kick-ass good weapon, not even like a legendary weapon, just like the gold one. That was the yellow items were hard as shit to come by.
Mm-hmm.
You were lucky if you had a blue.
Yes, I remember that. That game, when it first came out, was a grind fest. And I think that put off a lot of people because, yes, you want a little bit of, you want it to be hard. You want, to get the right rewards. but to keep going, like you say, and then for them to have this kind of back door where you can just buy a great weapon to get ahead.
Yeah. No. They
No.
did that. They did that because people were selling items. They were selling them on eBay. They were selling them on, backdoor markets. They found ways. I remember seeing The Godfather. We are talking about a sword that was being sold for $4,000, and it's not a real sword. We are talking about an in-game sword
That's
being
insane.
sold for $4,000 on eBay because it's so rare. It's nuts. And the reason why it was that much is when you went into that hardcore mode, there was no way to like
Hmm.
cheat that. You had to be verified, and the game had to be verified, and it was online only. So if you got that in a drop, that was like a 1 in a billion drop. It just didn't happen. So when it did happen, you could turn around and sell that for big cash. People were paying. People were buying. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Ah, that is insane. I can't imagine paying that for you know, in-game purchase. I mean, I love the games and I enjoy playing, but to sink that amount of cash into one weapon just to get ahead,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Well, is it any that was an indication of times to come. You've got online games like WoW, and you have online games like Star Trek Online, where things are sold in little shops, run by people in other countries. That you've got, oh, want to buy a Dominion Dreadnought, a Dommy Dread? Just pay us $100. Oh, want to get that Dominion bug ship that's so coveted that nobody can find? That was in that one Christmas special, and that's it. Give us $500. They've got shops that have got this stuff, and they've got people working that just do nothing but get this shit, or they buy it from other people for, oh well, we'll give you $50 for that, and they turn around and sell it for $400.
And that's what killed Elder Scrolls Online for me.
Yep.
You know, the marketplace and the loot boxes. I hate loot boxes in games, and the
Yep.
fact that you pretty much had to do it to do the dungeons. You know, you could not find decent enough loot in game just by farming to actually beat these levels, even as a
Yes.
group.
Yep.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, contains in-game purchases. I'll pass. Yes. When I'm looking at apps on my phone, if I'm looking for a game or something, if it says contains in-game purchases, get free now. No, I won't play your fucking game. I'll spend $5.99 on an old Dragon Quest game or something, and just play it and have it, and I can play it whenever I want to. I don't give a shit if your game's free or not. I'm not getting sucked into paying for a game.
No, pay to play games are just ridiculous. I can see why they've done so well, but at the same time, it's a trend that I wish had never happened. Because
Yes.
and then you get people like game journalists complaining that games are too hard.
Yeah. Hey, when you send me this, why don't you send me a key that gives me everything from the beginning of the game? No? How about no? Throw me a freaking bone here. No. A prick to the prick to the prick, prick, prick. No. Scotty says no.
So, what was your kind of really happiest memories from playing the Diablo games? Was it getting to, get into the lore of the characters? Was it getting to customize the characters the way that you wanted? Finding this rare loot? Was it the gameplay style, the story, everything?
All of it, learning about that world, playing in that world, learning builds. That this was a thing that was like this was a big thing for me anyway. The builds, you didn't just max everything and have everything. You had to come up with a build. It wasn't, oh, well, I'm going to be the werewolf in Diablo 2 on the druid, and then I'll switch to the. No, you didn't just switch to the werebear. You poured your skills into one, and you made a badass character around a build concept. If you just threw your points into everything, you never got anywhere. You never
Hmm.
had a badass character. It was building that character and having a set of skills and comboing. It's like a 1-2 punch. So it's like boxing. And when I figured that out, I was like, oh my God, it's literally like a 1-2 punch. You're comboing your punches. In this case, you're comboing your skills to make the biggest bang for your buck possible. And you need your armor and your sets and all of that to complement. And you want your gems that you're socketing to complement all that. It was complicated.
It was, and it took me a long time to figure out how to do it, but that was the fun of it. I've made characters in the past that were absolutely terrible because I thought, just by slapping on the best, highest rated armor and then, going for it was the way to go. But like you say, once you figure out that you've actually got to kind of whatever set skills you have, then you can kind of work around it, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Both have got to complement each other.
And
That.
broken brings up the fact, just the fact you can play each class in multiple ways is a huge deal. You had more ways to play the sorceress than you had playable characters.
Hmm.
That's insane. You had more ways to play that one character than there were characters in the game.
Yeah. I found that with the Demon Hunter, for the longest time he was just um offense based, and then I found out there's a pet build that you can do just
Mhm.
that wrecks. And it's like, holy hell, why am I
And
just finding this out?
and Telerape, that's exactly the way it was, playing through normal and then realizing you gimped your character when you got to Nightmare. Yeah, and you had to go back and play through normal with a new character and start all over, and you had to think everything out and plan everything out. You had to go in with a plan of attack of how you were going to build your character, what sets you were going to try and get, and all that. What's the Deckard Cain set, and what's this? Or you had to go in with a plan, and that's one of the things that 3 does a very good job now teaching you. Okay, you're going to get this set.
Hmm.
So by the time you get maxed to max level and you start earning Paragon levels, you're going to need to start building your character like this to complement this set. So the way the internet is now and everything, all that's pretty much planned for you.
Hmm.
Someone's made a build somewhere that's going to be the very best at what it does. But back in the day, you didn't have that. This was something you had to do on your own. And there were people that hid that shit, that were like coveted their builds. They were like, you ain't seen what I got, bitch. It was like looking under the hood of a race car. You think when I was driving and dragging out that I just, oh yeah, you want to look under my hood? Go ahead now. No. All that shit about, yeah, look what I got. I got me some twins in there, some 20 twins. No, you didn't do that. You kept that hood down. You want to see under that bitch? $1,000. Hook it up. You get 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're done. It was coveted. It was. It was. Those class builds were coveted. Now they're fucking everywhere. It's like everybody's got their own like little system. But back then, back in fucking 2000, no, you kept that shit hidden. You kept it under the hood. You didn't show anybody. How'd you build that? Well, I just want to. Well, can't you just
I love that. Just everyone was suspicious of everybody else, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what builds they've got.
Sean Connery, I agree, dude. I agree, and I would never tell you how to spend your money. And that includes not buying something.
Mm-hmm.
I would never tell you to buy something or not to buy something. How you spend your money, that is completely and totally up to you. Um,
Yes.
I am not here to tell you you need to go out and buy Resurrected. If you are going to buy Resurrected and you don't have Diablo 3, sure, I'll be like, yeah, I would get the pack. Why not get the pack? If you're going to get it anyway, get the pack if you don't have 3. It's
Mm-hmm.
worth it. But yeah, I won't tell you. I'm not going to tell you to spend your money. And Blizzard has. Blizzard, let me tell you something. When StarCraft 2 came out, Sean, um, I got banned. I got banned from online Blizzard. And I got banned because I was using a trainer in single player. I was using a trainer in the single player portion of the game. And they said because I got accolades that way, that don't do anything for me. They don't do anything for me. I don't get points for these. I don't get money off on anything. All it does is give me a little badge and says, good job on doing this. I was violating their terms of service and they banned me from online play. When they did that, I said, I'm not going to play StarCraft ever again. I'm not going to play StarCraft ever again. I played Diablo, but I would not play StarCraft, and I haven't. I haven't. If someone said, "Oh, they're going to remake the StarCraft games and blah blah blah," I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't.
You still wouldn't go back, no.
No.
Hey, Ords, welcome. Good to see you.
How's it going, brother?
I certainly won't pre-order the games because after Cyberpunk, that ship sailed. I don't think I'll ever pre-order a game ever again. I will wait.
God, that was like a sure thing. My God, that was like, yeah, we don't have to worry. We can pre-order because it's fucking CD Project Red and it's
Huh?
Cyberpunk, man. You know they're not going to screw us over, man. You know they're like the most trustworthy company that loves its customers, and yeah, they just bent you over and banged you in the ass, didn't they?
Didn't even buy us dinner. It was fucking tragic. Yeah, so thanks
Yeah,
for that, CD Project Red.
CyberWrecked. Yeah,
Cyber
it's
yeah,
still not
exactly.
right. That game's never going to be right.
They will never fix that game. And they knew at the start, well, they knew before it was released that it wasn't playable and compatible on the old consoles, and they still went ahead and released it.
And see, that's one of the things I got an occasional glitch on PC when it came out, but I wasn't getting. I was like, "What are these people talking about? All this glitch?" And then they were like, "No, it's consoles. It's
Mm-hmm.
on the Xbox. It's on the Xbox X, Xbox One X, and it's on the PS4 Pro. It's all fucked up." And I was like, "Oh,
It
all right."
was horrendous. It looked like PS2 graphics. I was so disappointed. And I wouldn't have minded if it didn't interfere with the gameplay, but you were falling through the floor, you were getting stuck in walls, you know, you're trying to drive and you're spinning around in circles.
Yeah.
The game was broke.
And battle him. I totally get that. Lifetime ban from Blizzard for being apathetic to their product.
I think a lot of people are very wary of Blizzard now because of their reputation and their history with what they've done. I do love the Diablo games. I really do. I love the lore. I love to play with friends. I love to just run it solo. If you can get a really well balanced character, just running rifts is fun.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird because the StarCraft games, they're still on my account. I can install them.
You
But
just
you know what
won't.
happens? You know what happens when you go to play them? It says there is a problem with this CD key. Well, I bought StarCraft 2 online. The CD key is whatever you say it is. Well, it's the reason why it's like that is they banned me from it. I can still play my other games. I'm just banned from StarCraft. So I just won't play them. I just won't. I got really pissed. I was really fucking pissed off at that. You take my ability to play my game away uh,
Hmm.
because I used a trainer in single player. What? And
That
they
didn't
did that.
actually affect anything to you.
They banned people from Diablo 3. Now, here's a totally different thing. You can't play Diablo 3 offline.
Hmm.
So anything you use in Diablo 3 is considered a violation of their terms of service. Whether it's a map hack, whether no matter what it is, it's a violation of the terms of service because you're playing an online game with an altering memory in that game to like make the map show up and all kinds of shit. There's big do's and don'ts, and that's violating their terms of service. StarCraft 2, this was single player. This didn't hurt anybody. It was just me, myself, and Irene
Hmm.
playing.
And
I
yet
was yeah.
they still got you for it.
They still banned me.
That's ridiculous.
Oh well, you know what? But so I get people hate Blizzard. I
Hmm.
have always liked Blizzard. I was a huge Diablo 2 fan. That is one of the reasons why I will be there for the beta. I will play. I will do whatever. When it comes out, if it is worthy of a buy, I will buy it. If it is
Hmm.
not worthy of a buy, I won't buy it. And that's as simple as it gets. A game is either worthy of being bought or it's not.
Do you find that you're a lot more picky with what games you buy, Because I remember like back before 2000, I didn't really think about what games I was going to play. I just checked, was it a
Yep.
franchise that I liked? And did it get good reviews?
I didn't even worry about reviews then. I just cared about
Hmm.
what it was like. I remember people coming out and hating Resident Evil 3. There were game magazines and game publishers and all kinds of shit that hated Resident Evil 3. It was such a downgrade to 2. Now it's heralded as one of the best games in the series, the original Resident
Hmm.
Evil 3, not the remake. And I like the remake, so whatever. But yeah, it's the Star Wars game was Star Killer. I can't even remember. Force Unleashed. The original game was heralded as a horrible God of War knockoff, and now people love that game and hate the second game. So it's like whatever, the fuck ever. I'm gonna play a game and I'm either gonna enjoy it or I'm not. I've got. Give me just a second. I will tell you. Let me pull up my GOG account real quick, and I will tell you across all the platforms, all the shit I own, I have 807
Wow.
PC games. 807 PC games. 179 of those games are installed on my computer. Out of what it is installed, I have Ace Combat 7, Among Us, Another World, 25th Anniversary Edition, Back to the Future, the game, Batman, Battlestar Galactica, Deadlock, Bayonetta, Beat Saber, Blade Runner, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Castlevania Collection, Mirror of Fate, Ultimate Edition. I have a bunch of shit. Diablo 2, Diablo plus Hellfire, Diablo 3, every fucking Doom game. I have like 2 lines of Doom. Doom Eternal, Doom 2, Doom 2 Final Levels, Doom 3, Doom 3 BFG Edition, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, Doom 64, Final Doom. Need I go on? And the
That's
same with every Final Fantasy and Resident Evil game. I've got lines of this shit when it comes to certain properties. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Mega Man. I have all the fucking Mega Man games, all the Metal X games, or the Metal Slug games. Um, Mortal Kombat coming out the yin yang. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, 3, Ultimate, 4, Mortal Kombat Complete Collection, Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11. When it comes to series, is Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. I collect games like people collect, trading cards. There are a ton of games though that I don't play
Mm-hmm.
and that I won't play. So, it's just I've got a shitload of games, and there are games I bought. Evil Within, I could never get into the Evil Within. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why. I don't know why. I could never get into. Let's see, find something here that I'm like, oh, I bought that, but I never really got into it.
Wolfenstein Day, Bob. Good
Yeah,
games. Holy
Wolfenstein.
hell.
I've got all those. Um, I've got a shitload of Star Trek games: Bridge Crew, Judgment Rights, Starfleet Academy, Klingon Academy, Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Star Wars games, I have more than anything. I have Battlefront,
All of
the
the Legacy of Kain games.
the remake, Battlefront, the original, Galactic Battlegrounds, Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Mysteries of the Sith, Old Republic, Star Wars Rebellion, Old Republic 2, Republic Commando, Shadows of the Empire, Squadrons, Force Unleashed 2, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, X-Wing Alliance, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, Battlefront 2, the newest edition, the Celebration Edition, Dark Forces, Empire at War Gold, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith with Mara Jade, Rebel Assault 2, Rogue Squadron 3D, Star Wars Starfighter, Force Unleashed 2. There's a ton of shit that is just like, I'll probably never play again. And you want to talk about, we were talking about Diablo clones earlier. Guys, if you have not played a game called Throne of Darkness, you can get that on GOG. Fucking epic. You're talking about Samurai Diablo in like, a Shogun, Toyotomi era badassness with demons and all kinds of cool shit. Warhammer games. There's just so many good games out there.
Mm-hmm.
Boxes of games. Yeah.
Same. Yeah. I always used to prefer to have hard copies of games. And same with DVDs. But now it's it's getting harder to get hard copy games. You just download them and play them. But I used to love having them. I used to have, you get the little booklet inside. I miss that sort of thing.
Getting the books, yeah, and the extra stuff and the keyboard layouts and the extra, you might get a bauble in a game or something. You get something, and now you're lucky. You got to pay that, $150 to get a game with a little car ornament or some bullshit like that, when it used to all come free like that.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to pay for them to unlock the DLCs.
Yep.
I hate that. Remember when games used to come and you'd just have the game? You didn't have to wait for them to unlock bits that are already attached to it.
Oh yeah, there are games out there, ladies and gentlemen. There are games out there like Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. There are two versions of that game. There is the original version, and then there's the 1.1 version. And that is because there is a game breaking bug in the original, but it can only be triggered if you do certain things exactly the right way, and it'll kill the game and you can't progress. So they come out with a 1.1 version where they fixed that. That is your patch back in the day, is a re-release of the game. And they didn't tell anybody. They didn't tell anybody that they did that. They just did it so that people would stop bitching. Well, if you wanted that updated game, you had to go out and buy a whole new version of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got patches. It's that are free. You don't have to buy a whole nother game again to get the game with a patch. The problem is that they've gone so much into this that they're like, oh, well, we'll come out with a game and then 8 months later we'll finish fixing it because we know it's fucked.
And the patches are, in some cases, bigger than the original game.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. But fingers crossed when Resurrected is released. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still on the fence about 4,
Yes,
but
agreed.
I am definitely looking forward to 2 now. Feel better about it now that I've kind of looked into it a little bit more, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I agree.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Loki. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining
Oh,
me
thank
today.
you. Thank you for having me. I know, when you said Sammy was going to be here, I was like, oh, hang out and talk Diablo. That's cool. I'm totally down with that.
Massive thank you. And thank you to the chat. Thank you to everyone for your super stickers, for your super chats. We do love you. What have you got going on, boss?
We got a game stream tonight.
Cool.
We've got a game stream tonight. Hopefully, we'll finish up God of War. Can't believe it's taken this long to get through that, but yeah. My Frost Hydra, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I was banging away at my my Necromancer not too long ago.
It is fun. It's just a game you can pick up and play for an hour, and then you can just switch off, which is what
Yep.
we need.
Yes. Yeah, that time during the day when you can just hop on, play it for a little bit, and get some stuff done, and boom, you're gone.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Again, thank you, Loki. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, as Loki said, we've got a game stream later this evening. And you're back on Mornings of Mischief tomorrow morning, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. And we will be back on Friday. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining us, and have a fantastic day.
Have
See you
a great
later.
day, everybody. Thank you for having me, Purple.
You're welcome. Thank you, boss.